The scene is calm, serene. The scent of fresh baked bread flows through the air, and the warm glow of an early summer sun casts golden rays through the trees. It's homely, familiar, and from the corner of your eye, something waits.
Oh, can I speak now?
Yeah, you can speak. You can speak. We just started.
Damn, where am I? So there's someone waiting?
No, you just see in the corner of your eye, imagine like a dark face looking at you very intently from a few inches away from your face.
Few inches away from my face.
Yes.
Gimble jumps back.
And when you turn towards this thing, it's no longer there.
What the hell? Where am I? Where is everybody else?
You looking around, I want you to roll for recall.
Oh. You don't say.
I do say, as a matter of fact. That's what I want you to do. That's... Oh, this is gonna go great. This is gonna go great. Like it, but all right, we're changing from Ancient Grove. That's a little bit too mystical for what was just what just happened.
That gave me a -1 in recall. I've had negative in recall before too. It's great.
That's not. I don't want that one. Maybe this one. There you go. You can hear the banks. Instead of describing to you where you are, we'll just say, hear that water. You can hear. Oh my gosh, that water is insane right now. It's very sloshy water.
Damn, it's flowing here.
It's flowing. We'll just say, off in the nearby distance, you can hear, like the like ebb and flow of waves along a shoreline.
I guess now that I hear it, I'm gonna approach it and see what's going on there.
As you approach it, you see a small cottage. It's like you see like this town, but specifically there's this cottage that's sort of tucked away tucked a bit away from the town. It's very homey. It looks cute. It looks quaint. It's got this like big round window. It's got like this big welcoming red door. There is, it looks like fish drying on racks outside. And from just barely on the wind, you can just barely hear an old woman yelling out, "Oh, Gimble! Gimble!" Is that your mom's voice?
Mom? I think Gimble immediately is like, I want to find my mom. Can you like sniff the air and see if he could smell out his mom?
You can sniff the air. You smell fresh baked bread coming from the house.
Okay.
No roll, because I described that earlier.
Okay. Gimble, hearing his mom's voice and smelling some delicious bread, is gonna approach the cottage.
I think you should. Honestly, that seems like a good idea.
No, he runs off in the opposite direction.
Gimble, where are you?
Mom?
Gimble, get in here.
Mom? He comes closer. He gets closer, you see.
You're not opening the door yet? Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, open the door. I just didn't know how close I was to the cottage.
Okay, yeah, you can... There's a cottage in
Anyone
front.
here?
Your mom is in there. Your mom!
Well, yeah!
Your mom's in You hear your mom calling out for you from inside of the cottage. You get really close to the door. You open the door. Hello, is anybody in here? Yes, your mom's in there.
Mom?
Gimble, I've been calling for you for ages. Where have you been, dearie?
I was kind of in another realm. and then I was traveling back to like this realm, and then like I don't know. I guess I didn't travel to that realm. Maybe I traveled to the wrong realm. Where are we?
Is this another one of your episodes, dearie?
Episodes?
You're at home. What are you talking about?
Do I recognize that this is?
Yeah, this is your house. You just rolled a nat 1.
Oh. Oh.
You're just home.
Huh. Why am I here? Have you seen the rest of my party?
You having a party? No, what are you talking about, dearie?
No, my adventuring party.
She just looks at you like you're a little bit insane, and then just like pats you on the leg, because that's all that she can reach on you. It's okay, dearie. It's okay. Now, would you help me with this pot?
Sure. Gimble starts helping.
Can you go set that over the stove outside? I'm gonna make us a truffle soup.
Yeah, sure. I go and put it on stove. I'm like, wait. Like Gimble starts thinking a little bit. He's like, didn't Aspenshire get like invaded? Like even if it.
Your mom comes out with like a pot of water, and then or like two buckets of water, we'll say, like over her shoulders. She pours one bucket, pours 2 buckets, it fills up the cauldron, and then she starts tossing in a bunch of veggies. It sounds like you had a nightmare, dearie. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. Have you ever been to Northwatch?
I can't say I've heard of Northwatch, dearie.
What?
Is that one of your father's places? All I know is the watchtower, watch places. That just sounds like military stuff to me. It's probably a question for your father when he gets back from the mines.
I want to ask what year it is, but I also understand.
You don't know what year it is.
Year it is. So you don't remember Northwatch, or you don't know what Northwatch is?
It sounds to me, dearie, it sounds like your father was telling you them stories that I keep telling him not to tell you. And it sounded like might have spooked you and gave you a bit of a nightmare.
See, let me see. I know that you are not my biological mom.
Okay.
So I know that.
Gimble, you're a bugbear.
Well, I feel you judging me, but it kind of took me 18 years of life to find that out.
Well, is this about your father? I thought it was a bit awkward when he came by last Tuesday, but it wasn't too bad, was it?
My biological father or your husband?
No, your biological father, your your dad's brother. Or your
Well,
Dorman's brother.
he visits me?
Well, he came by once last Tuesday. Like I said.
He's never visited. He doesn't even know I exist. I'm so confused.
What are you talking about? Of course he knows you exist, dearie. We sent him that letter.
What letter?
You know, you said that you were having a little bit of trouble and then you threatened to leave, and then I said, well, look, I'll just tell you. You know, you found that letter from your mum, and then we decided to draft a letter to your dad. And you couldn't spell nothing, so I had to help you. Remember, I was holding your hand and showing you how to write the letters.
No, I ran away. I ran to Traveler's Respite.
Oh, dearie. Okay, sit down. Your mom like grabs your hand and she like leads you over to like this big chair that you recognize as the chair that your dad built for you.
With the extra butt room.
And your mom has you sit down on the chair. It seems like, dearie, you might be having a panic attack.
I'm not. Well, I am kind of panicking, but I don't think I'm having a panic attack.
You don't need to yell at your mother, okay?
I'm not yelling. I'm just saying, like, this is not. I don't know where. I'm confused. I'm just genuinely confused. Because yesterday I was saving the world, and now I'm back at Traveler's Respite, and apparently my biological father knows I exist. Am I in another dimension? Is there like parallel universe? Do you know anything about parallel universes by any chance?
Oh, you and your imagination. I'm not dealing with this today, though. Not dealing with this today. I've got too much on my plate today. Okay. And your mom sort of steps over to the side and starts and like tosses a load of carrots into the pot, and she's looking around. She's like, have you seen where I put the truffles?
Can I sniff out the truffles, or just try to find the truffles?
Yeah, roll sniff.
Oh my god. How about a 9?
Jesus, Alice. Switch dice.
I did switch dice.
Ay, caramba. Well, you don't find any truffles, and unfortunately, neither does she. Well, shoot.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my nose. I feel a little like off today, and then it's just like I'm kind of in another like universe, I think.
I gotta turn down my volume because it is loud in my ears.
Oh, I might be just talking loud.
You are very loud, so I don't know what it sounds like on the recording, but for me in my headphones, it is a little bit painfully loud. So I'm just gonna turn you down just a little bit. No, it's okay. Well, how am I supposed to make a truffle stew without any truffles?
Good question. I don't know. You know, you could just add ham in there. And if you add ham in there, it's gonna be tasty. You know, anything with ham is tasty.
But this one's for your father when he gets back from the mines. I won't get him.
Not like him.
I mean, he likes ham, but I promised him that I would go ahead and I would make him a truffle stew. And now I've got to make him a truffle stew. You know how your father gets when it comes to food.
Yeah. Interesting. So there's no, like, war going on right now?
What are you talking about, a war?
You know, like, conflict with Sylvari?
You see, now I'm really thinking that it's Dorman up to his old story tricks. I keep telling him that you get night terrors. I keep telling him that, but no, does he listen to me? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That man's never listened to me a day in his life. I'm gonna have a word with him. Maybe I'll put a laxative in his stew. That'll show him. I'm not actually gonna poison your father, don't worry. I'm not gonna put any laxatives in.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I'm not gonna actually put a laxative in his stew, Gimble.
I accidentally made a laxative once. I was adventuring with my friend Thwomp, and I was trying to make tea, And then he got really bad stomachache.
Are you talking about your toys?
No, like his name is Thwomp. He's like 6 feet tall. He's bald, and he has like a diamond on his forehead. Well, now it's an eye. It's an eye and mixed with a diamond. He looks sick. He's really cool.
Oh, you and your imagination. Okay, I'll go get him. And your mom goes inside of the house.
Interesting. Can I like try to look around and see if I find that shadowy figure lurking around anywhere?
Yeah, roll perception.
Great. Oh my god, why am I rolling so 9?
You don't see shit.
My god, I'm just gonna lose all my advantages.
You absolutely are, because they do count. They do count.
I know.
You're losing absolutely
God, why are my
everything.
dice so bad? I did my ceremonial dice roll. I guess I got all my nat 20s out of my dice.
Like caramba.
Damn.
And then, as you're looking around fruitlessly, you get distracted by a butterfly, and then you hear the characteristic.
Butterfly.
You hear the characteristic of your front door opening, and your mom steps out carrying a box. If you wanted your toys, you should have just asked me, Gimble. Here, take this. I don't have.
I look at the.
You look inside, and you see there are 3 dolls. A little stuffed deer, a wooden toy of this like man with a diamond on his forehead, as well as this little like figurine type thing that looks like an axolotl.
Oh my god, did my party get turned into dolls? Ah! I don't know how to fix that!
Kim baby, calm down, calm your soul. Jiminy Chrysler, Gimble. They're just toys. I swear I swear we have this conversation with you every other week.
No, like they're real. Like not here. I mean, obviously not the dolls are not real, but like there's real life versions of them. And I'm an adventurer, and like I ran away from home after I found that letter from my mom, and then I have to save the world from the like it's a whole thing. I don't want to describe the whole thing. And there's like harder.
You need to stop yelling at your mother. You need to stop. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give Dr. Myers a ring again. And then we're gonna see if we can get him over this weekend or this afternoon, preferably. And maybe, just maybe, a spot to real work a spot to hands-on work will get you out of your imagination a little bit and get you back to reality. So would you please, kindly, Gimble, could you go out into the forest for me and could you sniff out some more truffles for the soup?
Okay. And then Gimble goes into the forest.
And I'm gonna go ring out Dr. Myers. And don't you dare go running off again. It took me 3 days to find you last time.
I hope it takes you a week this time.
Don't you talk back to your mother. And you walk out into the forest.
Shadow Man, if you're there anywhere, you're creepy, but can you show up? I kind of need to save the world.
It's just a forest.
Yeah, well, I tried. So I'll look for the truffles.
All right. Roll sniff for me.
I don't know. Oh, finally something good. Okay. we got a 21.
Ooh, that is good. That is really good, actually. Let me... All right, you found a 21. You get a 21. You're digging around in the dirt, and you go ahead and you find 4 girthy black truffles.
Damn, they're girthy.
They are girthy truffles. These are like primo truffles. You're like, hell yeah. These are the big clump truffles. Maybe a couple more, and you'll be able to go back to your mom with them, and you'll have enough for the soup. The
Oh,
stew.
so it's not. I don't not fully. I haven't gotten enough.
No, but you got 4 real big ones. So either 2 more
Damn.
big ones or a few little small ones, and you'll be solid.
I keep looking for
Solid.
truffles. You
Okay.
have to make another sniff check.
I'm going to have you make another sniff check or perception check, or if you want to explore a different part of the forest, you can tell me which direction you go.
I'm like thinking like, what would Gimble go based off of? Because obviously he's curious about what he saw. He knows something's not right. I think Gimble is gonna sniff the air and just see if he catches like any unusual scent.
Okay. Smell the air.
Nine.
Alice.
I'm not making this shit up.
Ay, caramba. Okay, you know what? You smell. This is still a failure, by the way. I'm not giving it to you. I'm not going to describe everything for you. You smell sulfur.
Oh my god! Is
Also
there a
the-
zombie?
You smell this very faint sulfur. You can't tell from which direction it's coming from.
Damn. And can I at least indicate that it's deeper in the forest and not towards the village?
It is deeper into the forest.
Okay, I think what Gimble's gonna do, he's gonna try to sniff out truffles and see if it's deeper in the forest. If it's not deep in the forest, he's gonna just go deeper in the forest anyways.
Okay, sounds good.
If that made any sense.
Sounds good. Roll for truffle.
Roll for truffle or sniff?
Roll for sniff. Roll because you got to sniff out truffles. Because that's how you find truffles. Is you got to sniff them out.
18.
Ooh, good. You actually smell. There are some mature truffles deeper into the woods.
Do I know what direction in the woods?
It's just deeper into the woods away from home.
Okay, I go deeper in the woods.
Okay. As you step deeper into the woods, this sulfur smell gets stronger.
Okay. Can I sense like a better direction of where it's coming from now? Or is it still like hard to
You
tell?
can smell the truffles. Truffles are leading you deeper and deeper into the forest.
Am I at the truffles or am I still heading towards the direction of the truffles?
You are still heading towards the direction of the truffles. If you would like to do anything on your way, you absolutely can. Otherwise, I'm going to describe once you get up to that point.
Maybe I would want Gimble to maybe look around and see if there's anything kind of out of the ordinary as he's walking
Okay.
towards the truffle smell.
Roll perception for me.
Just give me a flat roll because I lost my perception. I cannot make this shit up, Nate. I got a nat 1 again.
Dude, you are not doing great this time. You are having This is not even, like, this is not even statistically probable at all. This is,
You think I want that once? Like,
No, I don't. And actually, I'm skipping over a lot that I did want to tell you, but I can't tell you because you got a nat 1. Oh, well.
you know, the dice tells a story. The dice tells a story.
We'll just say that it's kind of, everything's kind of weird and eerie. It's like you look somewhere and then when you blink, it's slightly different, but you can't tell how it's different. It's just really weird. And eventually, following the path into the woods, you come up to a fork. There is a left path and a right path. Sniffing the air towards the left, you can smell the scent of big truffles, like delectable. Your mom is going to love them. To the right path, you smell the putrid stench of sulfur.
Well, I'm going towards the sulfur.
No hesitation, huh?
Soup can wait. Mom's soup can wait.
No hesitation, okay. As you get closer and closer to the sulfur, it starts to sting your nose so bad that you can hardly breathe. I'm gonna need you... Okay, I am going to need you to do a, I think, Constitution roll.
Okay. A 7.
Okay. In that case, you take...
Oh, lovely.
2 points of damage as your nose...
On my health?
On your health, as your nose starts to... It feels like your nose is like searing and burning inside of your nasal cavity.
Lucky I had some extra temp health.
Yeah.
I got some extra temp health. So that came in use. It's fine.
Do you want to keep going?
Do I sense that there's anybody there?
It is just an increasing smell of sulfur as you keep walking.
I push through.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll Constitution again. This time with disadvantage.
Oh, lovely. Not that I need a disadvantage. I think my rolls will speak for themselves.
Yeah, I don't think you need disadvantage either, but, you know.
How about a 5?
Okay, perfect. And you take 4 hit points of damage.
What?
You take 4.
Okay. Okay.
Do you keep going?
Do I not see anything as I'm approaching? Am I getting anything out of this?
Your vision is starting to get cloudy as the pain grows too much. It's like you're stepping into a cloud of mustard gas.
Can Gimble take his bandana and try to cover his nose with it?
You absolutely
as a way to try to prevent.
You can, and it is a little bit easier to breathe, but not by much. Do you keep going?
Yeah, third time's the charm. And Gimble keeps going.
I want you to roll. You don't need to roll with disadvantage this time.
Okay.
Because you have the mask right now.
Three. I can stop.
You take 4 hit points of damage.
Oh my god, that's already past my temp. God. And I see nothing.
You see nothing.
Okay, I'm at this point where I have to retreat.
Do you keep going?
I cannot keep going, I'm gonna die!
When you turn around, you see the path behind you has disappeared.
Are you kidding me? Now I'm gonna die? My mom couldn't even make her truffle soup. Couldn't even make the truffle soup. I'm gonna sneak a truffle under my mask. 'Cause truffles have a strong smell, right? Just like put it near my nose.
Fairly,
right?
yes. Well, it's not the smell, it's the gas, but...
Well, I guess that's true. Maybe the idea is to put like 2 truffles in your nose or something to clog it.
Gotcha. So you're just breathing the mustard gas through your mouth instead.
You know, that wasn't very smart. Okay, forget about the truffle. We're just gonna keep walking. Oh, but can I use clear mist?
You absolutely can use clear mist.
You know, I probably should have done that before I lost like 7 HP of damage.
Cast clear mist for me.
Okay, I just cast it. I mean, there's no rolling anything.
There's no rolling anything. Let's see, what's a good clear mist one? Maybe this one? And the mists are in fact cleared. The fog is gone. You can breathe easier. The path is also gone. And standing in front of you, about 30 or 40 feet, is a figure in a black, like this tattered black throw over his shoulders, and a robe going down to past his feet. His gray skin and bald head and sunken eyes call to you a familiar image, or call a familiar image to your head. And he stares at you.
Who are you?
The figure does not speak. The figure does not move.
I know I got transported somewhere. And you're a really suspicious looking dude. And I know for a fact I'm not this is wrong, you know? You gotta spill at this point. I'm not gonna just sit here staring at you until you speak. Just Gimble keeps rambling off to the sky like, you gotta tell me what's going on here.
The does not speak, does not move.
Gimble goes up to that figure and tries to like touch him.
We'll say you get slightly closer instead of you getting up to touch him just yet.
Okay.
You get slightly closer. You see there is blood crusted over his face and his features.
Blood?
There is blood crusted around him, and I'm looking for something specific, but I can't seem to find it.
I have a piece of cloth. You want to wipe that off a little bit?
Yeah, he has blood on him. Where are you? Oh my gosh. I can't seem to find this guy. We are just gonna have to go with this then. Okay. You get up to him and you can just about see this almost glowing blue symbol etched into his forehead.
Do I recognize that it's like, is it the same as Thwomps? I forgot. Do they have?
It is not the same as Thwomps.
It's different.
It is different than Thwomps. This one is a circle with 2 lines beneath it.
Does Gimble recognize that this is like Pale King or something?
Do you?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Wait! You're that dude! The evil dude! Pale King!
The figure does not move.
You know, no confirmation, no nothing? Damn. What else can I do?
You can step closer to him now.
I step closer.
You step closer.
Face to face.
You step closer, and as you do, well, I'm gonna do this for the people at home. I'm just gonna show the Pale King there. Ta-da! That's what the Pale King looks like, everybody. If you wanted a reminder, transform, center horizontally. As you get closer, the Pale King stares into you, and you can almost feel his eyes piercing into your soul, and it is malicious.
God damn it. I can't, like, what should I do?
I don't know.
You're looking at me like you want me to die, and I don't appreciate it. Do I have my weapon on me?
If you reach,
my big ass.
If you reach back, you can feel that you do.
And my parents didn't question if I had a big ass sword.
Was it there before?
Well, it's not like I did something.
No,
When I
but
look around,
you didn't check before either.
huh? When I look around, is like, has this like the area around me changed? Because I know you said the path wasn't there before, but does the whole area change?
The forest, it feels weird and different. And as you turn back to the Pale King, you see that he is much closer than he was before. Whoops daisies.
So you can't talk, but you can walk, huh?
He's like, he teleports inches from your face.
Okay, you don't have to be that close. Gimble takes one step back. uh. So you're never gonna talk, huh? I wonder if clear mist would work on him. I try to clear mist him.
You're casting Clear Mist again?
Yeah, on him.
Okay.
Like how we did when we were trying to feed him. Just to see if anything happens.
You cast Clear Mist, and he vanishes into dust. Also, the forest itself vanishes into dust and gives way to this ashy, gray nothing. There is ash all around. You see these pillars, these structures of stone blocks that look ancient, but not quite. Maybe more akin to something like Dawnspire? But it's hard to put a pinpoint on it. It is desolate here, for sure. The skies are gray. The sun is red as it tries to shine through the ash. Nothing is here. Well,
nothing.
Apart from the ruins and the ash.
Can I sniff around and try to see if I could catch that sulfur smell again?
Roll sniff for me.
If I roll high enough, we'll see. 14.
14. You smell
15, actually.
You smell the air, and ash fills your lungs. You start coughing and convulsing. Your sniff no longer works, but just before it failed, you were able to get just a whiff of sulfur. And as you turn, you can just about make out the shadow of the Pale King off in the distance, behind or beside some rubble.
I think Gimble again puts his like face, or unless it was still on, his little bandana over his face and just starts like as quickly as possible sprinting towards the figure.
As you sprint closer and closer and closer and closer, suddenly the figure collapses into a pile of rock and rubble as you burst through what was apparently just a long forgotten pillar.
Huh.
But you do hear now something going on in the distance. You can just barely make out. It sounds like a fight.
Oh man. What was that?
That's what that's what you have to find out, Alice. I'm not going to just give you all the answers.
No, that's just Gimble talking. Okay. I think Gimble's gonna try to head towards that sound to see what's going on.
Okay. As you do, You're met with as you see Thwomp is shot across a courtyard and splats against a wall.
Womp! And then Gimble starts running, running towards the Womp.
As you do, and as you round the corner, you see, hang on, I need something else for this. No, not that. I need something dark and foreboding. Give me something dark and foreboding. I need, what's this? Oh, that's good. Okay. You see Thwomp splat against the wall. His skull crushes under the weight of the blast that just hit him. When you chase after him and run towards, you see the scene in front of him is a massacre. You see your friends. Poi Poi is laying dead on the floor. These like raven wings sprawled out behind them. Johann is pinned to a pillar with his own fishing spear. You see Aya, decapitated, laying limp to the side. You see Nash trying to build up the last of her energy to cast one final spell. And then you hear, "Ah!" as you turn and you see Gimble, older, grizzled, stronger, his sword alight with this bright blue flame as he charges towards this creature who stands tall, nearly twice his height now. This draconic figure in this flash of lightning, you can get this like visage of Einar Grimm that very quickly gives way to the altered and corrupted form of Partagus Uxul. As he stands tall, Gimble charging, he reaches out his hand, grabs Gimble by the throat, lifts him up. Gimble struggles, Partagus does not. And with a flick of Pargus's thumb, Gimble's throat is cracked, and Partagus lets him fall limp to the floor. And then this Einar Grimm Partagus turns his attention slowly to you. He stares at you, he sees into your soul, and then he charges at you.
Oh shit! If Buff Cooler Me can't do this, what the fuck am I gonna do?
And as he charges towards you, boom, 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 every thundering footstep slamming on the ground feels like an earthquake 10 times any that you've felt before. Your heart seizes up on you as this creature charges you and charges you and charges you and charges you until it vanishes into a cloud of dust and smoke and rocks. And behind this creature, you see the Pale King, Eversio, standing over Nash as her hand falls limp, and she too breathes her last breath. And the king turns his attention back to you. This is what happened. You were too
first
weak
time, right?
to save them.
Am I gonna be too weak when I fight them this time?
Yes. but I can offer my help. The king approaches you. I will grant you the power to make sure that this doesn't happen. And I will also point you down the right path. In exchange, you will collect things for me. And when it comes down to it, you will do me a single favor.
And what's that favor?
You don't get to know yet. Not until I ask.
How do I know you're not gonna screw me over, you know? And you're not exactly a good guy.
And you don't exactly have any other options. This is the Gimble that refused my request.
Did I refuse every single time?
Do you follow his footsteps, or do you make your own choice? It is a choice that's yours to make. All I offer is my assistance. And he reaches out his hand towards you.
So in every universe I'm like this, like every universe I get fucked like that, because I refuse, or is it every universe that I just don't accept your deal?
The king does not say another word. His hand stays outstretched, him peering daggers into your soul.
Can we have some terms though? Because I'm not willing to hurt my friends in any sort of way,
No.
right? Like no hurting my friends.
No harm will come to your friends if you're strong enough to save them. Now choose.
What other things should I be concerned? You're not gonna cause like the end of the world. Like you're not gonna be like, oh, now I have all this power, I'm gonna cause the end of the world kind of thing.
King Aversio retracts his hand. I see you've made your choice. And he starts to walk away.
Okay, let me just, so you're gonna end the world if we have this deal. Like you gotta, give me a contract. I'm not that good at
When your
reading.
friends die, know that you had the chance to save them. This is your choice.
Fine. But what cool power? Do I get cool powers? Like, do I get a little bit more buff?
Do you accept the terms?
Well, I need to know the terms before I accept them. It's just, okay, so I collect stuff for you. And then you help me defeat the, Pargasexual posing as IR Grid thing, right?
I give you the power to fight for yourself.
And can you guarantee I'll be strong enough to defeat them?
I can guarantee that you will be strong. How you use that strength is still your choice. Now
You're
choose.
making this hard. Okay,
He starts to walk away again.
Okay, come back! Why you can't have a conversation? Okay, fine. I'll accept this deal as long as you don't end the world. How about that?
He disappears.
Oh, come on! I want to be strong, but I also don't want to end the world. Like, what is the point of me fighting if the world's gonna end? I'm gonna die anyways, right?
You don't have any negotiations.
Maybe I have no negotiations.
You don't have any space to negotiate. You don't even know what I want. All you know is if you don't take my hand, all of your friends die. And this is how it happens. Every single time.
You're not. You're being shady, though, because you're not telling me what happens if I do accept your deal.
Do you have an option?
Not really. But, I also don't want to be the cause of, the world ending, because that's, a lot of responsibility.
Then I wish you luck. This is the end of the discussion. Goodbye.
God damn it!
And you are left in this... You are left alone in the massacre. Your friends scattered around you.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Because he's not telling me what would happen. But, obviously I don't want this to happen either. And then there was a whole thing with the series. I was like, all of you guys reject that one decision. And then I guess you guys reject that one decision. The world, freaking ends. But I don't know, but this is a decision that causes that. Ah, God, I need someone smart. I need a Johan. Johan, come back alive!
Oh my god.
Am I just stuck in this film? Can you at least... I'm guessing I can't leave till I accept this guy's deal, which is kind of messed up because then really
Or
I have
you can
no
find
grounds
a
for
different
negotiation.
or you can find a different way to leave.
Can I look around the scene?
Yeah, you can. It is... Do you remember what I described for the original Einar Grimm fight, where it's this sort of circular arena with large, we'll call them obelisks on all sides?
So it's kind of a closed off area?
It's not a closed off area, it's an open area, but it's in the middle of the courtyard. There is this circular stone structure that Partagas Uxul, as Einar Grimm, was standing in the center of. And all around this circle there are obelisks, so towers with carvings etched into them.
Can I maybe look at the obelisks to see, if I could glean anything from it?
You go up and you see that it is plain, black, like onyx or obsidian.
Do I recognize any of the because I'm assuming it's probably in ancient or something. Do I recognize any of the symbols?
You don't.
Damn. Actually, can I go to Nash's body? I'm just curious about something. Just want to look at does she have anything on her?
You're going to loot Nash.
Not loot her, but just because she's a powerful mage, right? She probably has a grimoire or something on her, right? I'm just curious.
You walk up to Nash, and it looks as though she's already turned to stone.
Stone? Does everyone around me look like they're turned into stone?
It looks like it, yes.
Is this the power of Uxul, or is this just a dream state? Interesting. Not sure what else to do. Is that coming from?
You hear someone struggling to breathe.
Is it Thwomp? Can I look around and see where it's coming from?
You absolutely can. Do you want to roll perception for me? Or you can just walk up to Thwomp.
I'll walk up to Thwomp first, and if it's It's
Nah,
not the case.
he's goo. He's splattered against a wall.
Ooh,
Yeah, he got
it's a bad way to
eviscerated.
go. Does he have like the seer eye symbol on him, or is he just like
You can't tell.
before? Oh, he's that much goo.
Yeah, he
He's
got
just
splattered. He got blown.
damn.
I described it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to
yeah.
describe it again.
No, it's fine. Where's the noise coming from? I'll do a perception check for it. Yeah.
The noise is coming from the far end of the courtyard.
I follow it.
You follow it,
Or I try. Yeah.
and it leads you to yourself.
Oh man, this is so weird.
He struggles to breathe. Behind his eyes is not the Gimble you are, not even the Gimble that you have ever been. This Gimble has a... Looking into his eyes, looking into your own eyes, you feel an understanding. This Gimble is not naive. This Gimble is not not naive, not one to rush into battle. This is a Gimble who has seen enough and learned enough to become wise. And he failed.
What should I do? Should I just look at myself. My future self. Should I? Okay, you can hear me, right? Give me a nod.
He cries because he wishes he was as naive as you. And then
I don't.
he fades away.
I don't know what to do. Because what if I take the deal and I make everything worse? But if I don't, what if it ends up all the same?
And then you hear a cry.
Is it coming? Because future me, Gimble disappeared, right?
Everyone
It's another-
around you is dead. You hear someone crying. Like a baby.
I follow the cry.
It as you walk towards it, it stays just as far away, almost as if it's just out of reach. You step far into the ruins of this city and this civilization. Things around you begin to bend and warp and twist. You see buildings floating in the sky. These buildings floating in the sky, these blocks, and as you walk further away from the epicenter where your friends died, you see the world sort of falling apart and drifting upwards until you are in this infinite expanse of dust. And in front of you, there is a basket.
I look at the basket.
When you walk up to the basket, you see the world around you shifts and turns, and you are now no longer in the dust where your friends met their end. Instead, you are in a forest, but not one like you remember. This one has more evergreens, tall pines. This is an old forest, and you can still hear the baby cry. And as you follow the crying, you can see a short-statured figure in a black cloak with a red sigil on the back of it.
I recognize the sigil.
You would recognize this as the insignia of the Collector.
Of the Collector!
There is a baby in this figure's arms, and as you approach, you step on a stick, and the figure quickly turns his head, and you see a dwarf with a very large scar going down the left side of his face. And then you see the baby, sort of clung tightly in his grip, and he starts running.
Do I recognize the baby? Just a baby?
He is going too fast for you. He was too quick.
I run after him.
As you run after him, you feel your eyelids get heavy. And it feels like you're running through mud. This figure and this baby are far ahead of you. Do you want to keep running?
I keep running.
I want you to roll strength for me.
That is 19.
Through the muck, you manage to push yourself up and force yourself to trudge forward. You get just a little bit closer, and they get all the further away. Suddenly, your foot sinks into the floor, and you try to catch yourself. Do you wish to keep going?
I keep trudging through.
Roll dexterity for me.
Oh, man. That's not good. 7. It's a 7.
You fall to your face. The figure and the baby, you can still hear the distant cries ahead of you.
Please, stop!
Do you want to keep going?
Gimble keeps pushing through.
Then I want you to roll willpower. But this time I want you to roll with advantage. Did you just roll a nat 1? Did you roll 2 nat 1s?
I rolled 2 5s!
That is annoying. That is annoying. Wow.
I'll use all my pity points for a 10.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to give it to you with a 10. Sure. Because that is just sad. You were having the worst luck imaginable.
I know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I need May level luck. What is happening?
Okay.
I need my 2 nat 20s.
Yeah, May's just using freaking loaded dice. You have the opposite problem. Like your dice are loaded on the 1.
Cursed.
Yeah.
I'm cursed, yeah.
So you push forward and rip yourself out of the muck, and as you reach up to the sky, still hearing the baby crying, this bright light fills your vision.
Yeah.
And you slowly wake up. And that's the end of your session.
Oh man. I feel like I've made some very chaotic decisions that you were not anticipating. I don't know if I should.
I was certainly not anticipating all of the poor rolls. I don't think that's ever happened where someone has rolled so poor before. I had to, there's a couple things in there where I'm like, I'm not going to make her roll because she is going to roll low, and then I need to give her this information. So, ay caramba.
I acquired 2 disadvantages this session. Lost all of my temp HP and 3 of my actual HP. I pretty much, like, I lost my perception. Like everything went wrong. Anything that could have possibly went wrong.
You know, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
And to see how that plays out, you'll have to join us in session 31 of the New Heroes of Altiria. We'll see you then. Bye-bye! For us, it's going to be in an hour when we're recording. Yeah, I have to prep so much. All right, bye, everybody.